Let's do it. Oh, you know it's gonna be a paint-based video when I'm in my comfy jumper. For those of you who may have seen my studio renovation video, you will have seen that there was a bookshelf that I did some folk art style hand painting on. And whilst I was painting that, I was saying about how there are other items of furniture in the studio that I am wanting to do in a similar style. Well, it's been a month and I cannot keep looking at this particular item of furniture for a second longer. That's right, in this video we are going to be hand painting my wardrobe. So let me just show you the wardrobe. So this is the wardrobe. This is a flat pack wardrobe from somewhere like Dunelm, I think. It is very traditional in its shape, but it's very boring. It's very white and it does not suit this space at all. But there's a lot of potential in this wardrobe to make it more. So, you know me, I've got to futz about and find out. All I know is that this is the inspiration. I want it to be hand painted. I want it to be dark, whimsical as hell. So if that sounds good to you guys, it certainly sounds ambitious to me. Let's settle in, get cozy, get comfy, and let's paint my wardrobe. To the hardware store. We're back from shopping. Now is the time where I have to actually do the thing. So first of all, we're going to be taking apart the wardrobe so that I can actually paint it sufficiently. Then what we're going to be doing is just getting the base coat on. Nothing too complicated. Once the base coat is on, that's when we're going to start with the decorating. It is going to be a stenciling approach. Looking at my inspiration board, I'm seeing a lot of symmetry. I'm not a symmetrical girly. I'm going to use stencils to airbrush the outline down onto the board and then paint on top of that. And then hopefully that should be it. Not too many stages, but I do know that the hand painting stage is going to take forever. I'm hoping to reach some sort of Zen meditative state. Let's go take that wardrobe apart and get the base paint on. Getting the base coat on. Nothing too complicated.
Say that you're fine when you're not really fine.
Okay, right. So we have a problem. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Hang on. Oh, what am I meant to do with that? So we have a situation where I have to close the doors at the exact same time. And then they'll shut. I have taken this apart multiple times. I have adjusted the hinges to within an inch of their life. And it's still happening. The problem that this causes is that I cannot paint the inside lip of the door, because it's gonna rub off. We're already getting that as an issue in these bits as well, where the door is basically cut to exactly fit the wardrobe doors. So the paint's peeling off. Oh, what am I gonna do? I don't honestly know what the answer is here, and I'm too far into the project. And we're in it now, aren't we? I'm just gonna have to commit. All right. Just let the wind stop before I keep going. Oh boy! It's always like this. The base part of any project, I swear, tests my mental health beyond compare. So I needed to get out of the studio for a second and just breathe in the fresh air, watch Cody play with a ball before I actually just went Hulk smash on the entire wardrobe. I have made progress. I have gone at the paint and the PVC film that's wrapped over the MDF. I've gone at that with a heat gun, the peel, and then I've gone in and sanded down the hinge side of the door to kind of smooth it. And what that has given me is just a couple of millimeters wiggle room. The hope is that that will therefore mean that I can now carry on doing the painting and it's not gonna chip up. But yeah, it is what it is. Should I have known better? Yeah. Could I have researched how to paint furniture before embarking on this challenge? Absolutely. Will I do so in the future? Probably not. I'm more of a learn as you go kind of gal. Cody has opinions. He wants to get going, so let's go and I'll meet you back in the studio. So here it is. As you can see, the doors are still a little bit wet, so we're just leaving that to dry for now. I've opened the doors a couple of times. It seems okay now. Whilst we're leaving this to dry, let's get started on doing the drawer fronts. These little angels have caused me absolutely no stress whatsoever. You haven't betrayed me at all. Don't start. I want to take stencils, airbrush the pattern onto them, and then I hand paint over the top. This is something that I actually know works, and I'm really looking forward to this part. I'll just go grab my stencils. Let's just have a little look. I'm really feeling this one. I feel like I don't want something that's like this one. I like this one, I think it's cute, I don't think it's right for this. I'm having to do a lot of hand acting. This one's an interesting one, but I don't know if I love this like center bit. That's pretty. I think I'm gonna go with this one, and then I'll toy with whether or not I want to put a border on it as well. Let's be honest, I do want the border, but I don't know if I emotionally can handle the amount of work that needs. Yeah, okay, let me grab my airbrush.
A few moments later.
Oh yeah, I'm really pleased with that. Do I want to try the swirls on the corners? The commitment. Oh, that's really pretty though. All right. But if this means it's an extra long montage, you guys can't complain. Back in we go. The borders around the edge, they were totally worth doing. I mean, that's really pretty. My faith in this project is starting to come back. I was getting quite upset. So I'm gonna take one of these and I'm going to have a little play with the paint. let me go grab my paintbrushes. There's this one technique in particular that I'm wanting to try, which is where you like double dip your paintbrush into a white and some other color, and then you paint it, and then it like blends it together in a really, really cool way. I'm gonna give that a go using just a bit of scrap paper before I commit. So let's try it. Ooh. Do you see? Oh, it's like my nail. Okay, so you take your bit of red, and then you dip it in some white. Oh, oh, yes, it's working. Consider me chuffed. I am so happy with that. Okay, now I just have to do it reliably like that. Like 100 more times. Yes, something has gone right. All right, rolling up the sleeves. Right. I want to have a repeating pattern that goes across the 3 doors. Whether it's the same pattern on the top as the bottom, that's up for grabs. What happens on the side, frankly, if it all goes wrong, you're never gonna see it. I designed some stencils in Procreate. This is what they look like. And then this is what they came out like. It'll do, you know, I've got quite a range as well. So let me just move some things around and we'll start work on the doors. Right, okay, so, my knees. All right, let's have a little look. So I think I like that in the center, and then this one over the top like that, and then again, lower down. Oh, it's that frame. You get it. Yeah. All right. I think that's gonna look cute. Ugh. Oh, did you hear that crack? Ooh. I was thinking about having one of my purchased stencils here, and then, so that down there, this one, it's gonna be busy. Oh, that's a lot of painting. Well, it's not getting done if I'm just staring at it, is it? All right, so I think I've got an idea of what I want. So I'm gonna go spray it and then we'll have a look in a moment. All right, come on.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming.
Oh my goodness, I am in my make it work era. The airbrush just didn't want to work. So I have had to do this entire thing with a very, very light bit of paintbrush strokes over the stencils, which has not given me the cleanest of finishes. It's not great, but it is just a guide. Like I'm gonna paint over the entire thing. Hoping to reach some sort of Zen meditative state. I'm gonna have to do the sides as well before I even tackle painting this. So let's go to the side. So I have this. So that's gonna go in the corners, nice and simple, not too much brain work, because this noggin's only got so much spare capacity left. And then I want to use this as like the center point. So I will just quickly get that done in 3, 2, See, I think that looks quite nice. Again, it's a little bit hodgepodge, but I think that's looking quite nice. It feels kind of like a storybook. Don't ask me, just get it. I have also done the other side, and here is footage as proof. You can call me a lot of things, but you can't call me a liar in this instance. So, let's get to painting. This project has been a lot, but we're here now. The base paint for all of the decorations is now on, and I'm pleased. I'm pleased with how it's starting to come together. It's definitely got hints of, this is my first time doing this, but I'm hoping that I can save that with the details painting. So I'm gonna do exactly the same as what I did on the drawer fronts, but ad infinitum. But I'm really pleased with how they're starting to come together. However, the drawers, let me show you. Alright, so the drawers, really pretty. Really like the detail that's going on in there. Like, I'm really pleased with how that's starting to look. That centre bit there. Ooh, ooh. However, I don't think that the white border quite works. I feel like it's giving fairy tale castle, and I want fairy tale forest. So I'm gonna paint the details on the doors, and then I'm going to get back on these drawers and paint over the white with some green, and I think that's going to bring the whole look together. Does that sound like a plan? Sounds like a plan. All right, let's have a go. mama. This is a project that I had been wanting to do for a while. It had been part of my planned studio renovation, and I am very, very pleased that I did not include it in that video, because this alone took probably about 50 to 70 hours worth of work. I would say this project is deceptively big, but was it worth it? Oh yeah. I am so happy with how this has turned out. It was tricky, it was taxing. There were certainly things that didn't go to plan, but overall, I'm so thrilled. So quick wrap up. What went well, what didn't go well? We'll start with what didn't go well. The paint chipping when you open and close the doors. The sanding did help, but it's still a little bit touch and go. I'm gonna put a couple more layers of clear coat on it to give it that extra protection. I lost so many brain cells to the stress of that, I'm not gonna lie to you. The airbrush breaking. Why? Who knows? Just thinking about it gives me a migraine, so it is what it is. But what did go well? Once the highlights and the shadows went on the design, it pulled everything together. I am just blown away by the transformation when it goes from the block colours to the highlighted version. It changes the design beyond what I could imagine, frankly. I was just standing back every now and then and going, blurmin' heck, that looks really nice. I am really, really pleased with how this has come together. Did it achieve what I wanted? Absolutely it did. I feel like it complements the vibe of the room very, very well. Oh. So that is it. This project is done. Thank you so much to everybody who has subscribed and liked my videos in the past couple of weeks. I know that this video is late out. Hopefully you can now understand why. Thank you so much for coming along with me on this. Thank you so much for your support. And now it is time for the reveal.